you have some time. Okay, so the idea here, right, and I realized this morning, that I feel like Sanctum Prelate is a pretty good metagame call at the moment. There's a lot of decks that are playing a ton of cheap spells with like the prevalence of the DRC decks, and there's also like a lot of cascade decks, right, where there's, you know, the Rhinos and the Living End and, you know, a couple of other like less popular variants. So I think Prelate's pretty good. The problem with Prelate is in these fair decks it turns off your whatever your 1-mana removal spell is, but if you play Prismatic Ending, Prelate does not turn off Prismatic Ending if you name one, which is the most common number, because you could just spend 2 colors of mana to exile a 1-drop if you need to. Which I feel like is a really big realization, which is a realization I had this morning. I don't know if just everybody already realized that, but I feel like that's a big deal. And so like with that idea, trying to find the best home for like those 2 cards, I feel like it's actually Bant just being able to ramp into Prelate on turn 2. I also think Prelate plays well with the Stoneforge Mystic deck, of course, because it's a creature, and so I think you have to play Spell Queller if you want to play Force of Negation. You also see I'm playing a Seagate Restoration, which is really mostly just here to have that 15th blue card for Force of Negation, which is still like a little low, but it's like the bare minimum of blue cards you can play with Force of Negation and have it be like 91%, I think, consistent. So I think that it's necessary to play this. I honestly even thought about playing 2. I think 2 is probably just too bad. Yeah, new PC, new connection, new webcam, new mic, fresh smoothie made by Esther. I'm ready to go. All right, I've got a good hand here. I'm gonna keep. Thank you for the hype, or the cheer hype. It's still 720 for you. Is it 1080p for everybody else? Nakatl. Man, the more things change, the more they stay the same, huh? People keep suggesting, it's 720p? Oh no. 1080 for you? 720 is the source. I see. I thought I said maybe my bitrate is too low then. Maybe my bitrate's too low. I mean, Stoneforge Mystic is probably not very long for this world. I think I'm still getting the skull. 720. Okay. Guess my bitrate is too low. I can't change it in the middle of the stream. The stream is usually 1080 though, right? Is that am I wrong about that somehow? It's usually 1080. Okay. 720 should be fine, right? It is where some people are saying that they have 1080. I don't understand why that's the case. I don't know why some people say they've got 1080 and some people don't. Text is hard to read. Oh no! Damn it! What a bad start. Sorry guys. I re-downloaded Magic Online, so I don't have all my stops set because it's a new PC. Feels pretty bad. Yeah, I do think we're just gonna Kaldra. Maybe just attack them. We're just in like so much better shape if I don't mess that up, but what are you gonna do? $900p. Maybe I'll look into that. Yeah, I knew that there was gonna be some. I guess I'll make the cards maybe a bit bigger. I knew there was gonna be some issues with, you know, the technical side of things with the new PC, and I'm sure there was gonna be something I was gonna forget. Yesterday was such a busy day. I got up at 7, and then I was done doing stuff for the stream and for like the content creation stuff, whatever, at like I was done at like 11 p.m. last night. It was such a long day. It was a really long day. I was very dead at the end, but thankfully I have Esther giving me her full love and support constantly. Don't want to soak up 2 points of damage. I think so. Oh, I guess this grows the Goyfs though. They ping me with Red and 6. that's a funny draw. Yeah, I guess let's go. I think we should double Hierarch to make them chump block, right? Double Hierarch, make them chump block, and then we can either activate Stoneforge to put in Skull to block, or we can Queller. They chump block here. Then if we just hold up Queller, we can block here. Take 1 plus 10. That's lethal. I guess actually maybe we should just wait a turn here. Yeah, we can just like equip Batterskull to Kaldra next turn to make a bigger attack. And this way we get to hold up Queller plus Stoneforge. I think the new Gruul Kavu is better 2-drop for them than Goyf. Well, they're probably playing both, right? Add instep stops, thank you. Yeah, I usually have these. So every time I feel like this happens every time I do a fresh install of Magic Online. I had 3 mana. I dye my beard hair pink, or does the new setup highlight the red? I think it's the new setup. I think it's the new lights. My beard is not, in fact, pink. I don't think I'm gonna Queller Knight. They have like pretty abysmal attacks. Okay. Do I flash in the Queller? I think so. I think I'm gonna be spending my mana playing Hierarch and equipping Batterskull to Kaldra, and this is gonna, you know, really make things difficult for them. Just concedes. Awesome. Good start. So again, for those of you who weren't here, the big idea behind this deck is that you can play Sanctum Prelate on 1 in this deck, and then it does not turn off your 1 mana removal spell, which is the best one, Prismatic Ending. Really, really powerful thing, I think. That's the idea, at least. However, in this matchup, I'm not sure that Prelate is something that we want. They probably don't play any 1-drops. Prelate on 2 does stop, like, they could play Bolt, and they could actually play Bolt and Path. Maybe play like 2. Any plans on playing an Urza deck soon? I'm working on a couple. They'll just, you know, they'll be ready when they're ready. Maybe I'll spring in the other sword, keep 4 equipment. I sometimes do that in this matchup. I think I'll keep the forces as well. Do I want EE? Maybe I do. Pawspan 3 months. Hope you have a good day. Appreciate you. Endurance eats the cattle, can sometimes eat Goyf. That's a good point, yeah. Doesn't really line up too well against anything else, though. Would Chalice be harder to interact with for that idea? Well, Chalice turns off your mana dorks. And then Prelate also holds a sword. Prelate stops prowess triggers. Prelate can name different numbers, too. So I mean, so could Chalice, but... You know, against like Esper Control, maybe you could name like 4 for Cryptic Command and Jace, or 5 for Hero of Dominaria. I'm just not sure about these explosives. I guess they're probably good against their deck. And then maybe I'll trim on Queller and the 3rd Force. Who's my favorite Naruto character? Honestly, I usually say Rock Lee. It's still Rock Lee. It's still Rock Lee, but recently I've developed a new appreciation for Sakura, where Sakura, like, she's on a team of like the son of the dead 4th Hokage, who has the most powerful of all the tail demons sealed inside of him, and he's the main character, and he's got all the plot armor. And then the other person on our team is the last of the Uchiha with the most powerful ancestral abilities, who is destined to take this vengeance. Oh, I probably should have played Island so I could Ice-Fang on 2. And she's just out here doing her best, you know? She's just straight up out here doing her very best. And of every other, like, you know, ninja in her grade, she ends up being the most powerful. you know, compared to just the other two people on her team. And she also gets so much crap for really no reason. So I've really developed a newfound appreciation for Sakura lately. I know that's not a super popular opinion. Well, I was hoping we drew a third land at some point. We did not. Guess I'm just gonna play EE on 2 and pass. No, counterspell is really hard to cast in this deck. I think you could play it. You'd have to make some deck building concessions. Like you probably couldn't play Prelate, and then like playing the full 4 is going to be difficult as well. Well, I have explosives on 2, so I'm not gonna force that. The land would be great. There we go. It's a land, and it is great. Do I get basic island here? I guess I could maybe just ping the, or I could just like Ice-Fang block this. Probably want a Prismatic Ending, though. I'm trying to figure out how I get screwed by not getting basic forest here, but I feel like basic forest is correct with the Ice-Fang. Do you have any updates for Domain Zoo posted on Channel Fireball? I have played it since then, but I haven't changed the list at all. There's a lot of different ways you can build it. You can play like Ragavan, you can play Hierarchs. Apparently you can play Knight of the Reliquary. I think Sakura ends up stronger than Tsunade. I think that they say that in the show that she does. I think that that's just canon that Sakura is supposed to be stronger than Tsunade at the end. Guess that's how we get screwed. Let's play out the sword. I guess we could have gone like crack explosives, play Hierarch, but I feel like they probably have another 2-drop in their hand. I think Toski is better than Subtlety in this deck. I think that Subtlety is like almost unplayable. Subtlety is like maybe fine in like Tiber Rhinos, living in decks that are like kind of trying to cheat in the like early interaction, but it is not my opinion that Subtlety is like very close to being a good magic card. I guess I'm gonna get Temple Garden. I feel like I'm more likely to double green spell next turn. Toski! I think this is good. I feel like they probably have a burn spell up. If they have Path, then we get, you know, to develop our mana a bit better next turn. Do not talk about Boruto on the stream. I mean, we could talk about it. I just I'm not really a fan of the show. I haven't really seen any of it. Just not that interested. But if you like it, more power to you. I've heard people who watch the show say that they've liked like more recent episodes of it. I didn't get the mini fridge. That's the one upgrade I've decided to wait on, I guess. I just feel like a 3 flyer for 4-mana flash can be a little bit better than Toski a lot of times. Well, you know, in this deck you need a card advantage engine though, right? Or at least I feel that you do. And so like it's like I don't know. Toski is nuts in this deck also. Toski is just like one of the best cards and one of like the reasons to be green. But they also like fill very different roles. And also like I have played a lot of Subtlety at this point. Subtlety has been wildly unimpressive to me, you know? It's not like I'm just like dismissing this card without playing it. I have been incredibly unimpressed by Subtlety so far. Yeah, Fury's been pretty good. I agree with that. Bloodbraid Elf into Territorial Kavu. It's pretty good. Probably maybe it has a 2-drop in their hand that they don't want to play into the explosives. Like another Kavu or Goyf. Could be a Ren and 6. Do you still not play fetches in Blue Moon? What? I played Blue Moon yesterday. There are fetches in the deck. I'm taking 3. I guess we can block. I don't think I want to block. Another Goyf. Alright, so let's name 1. Play this. Oh, I should have played my land, I think. Maybe not. Kinda need to draw something. Wow, that's actually like... We get so rewarded here for not playing our land. I think. I mean, I can. Should I move the sword over and play? I can play a second Toski, and then equip the sword onto Toski, but I have to tap a Hierarch, and I don't necessarily want to tap a Hierarch. Hardcast Force might also be good here. Yeah, but I'll probably just, if they just attack, make a 1/1, chump. So I don't die to Tribal Flames. I think they're trying to cast Lightning Bolt there and realize they can't. Kind of like the idea if somebody has a temple card is to kill your opponent in the air. I promise that I have tried Subtlety like in this way that you're describing, and the card is just very unimpressive. The effect of Subtlety has been like really not a very strong effect, the ETB. I promise I've played the card a lot and it just really is underwhelming. This hand's a little too slow in the draw, I think. Probably have to keep this one. Guess we just put back Heath number 3. Love to draw a 1 mana dork. I'm gonna assume we're playing against Titan here. I don't know why it's not I've spelled it right. There we go. I added a hyphen that was unnecessary. I'm gonna force this. I think we need to slow them down when our draw is pretty slow. Probably gonna name 0 on Sanctum Prelate to stop their packs. I think that this matchup is poor. Oh, obviously I would not have forced if I had this in my hand. Unfortunate. Magus, thanks for the raid, dude. Good to see you back to streaming. Have a good stream. I think I can get basic planes here. Why not name 6? Sanctum Prelate is only non-creature spells. Do you know any people that went 10-0 with Grief Ephemerate? It sounds like I might. Sounds like I might know someone, huh? Wow, their draw seems terrible. Was I afraid to break the ice when playing Snowlands? No, people really aren't playing Break the Ice right now, but you'll need to think about it as the metagame evolves. You'll need to think about it. All right, so I'm gonna bring in Damping Spheres. This is my sideboard card for Amulet. Trying to evaluate the matchups this morning, I was really feeling like our Amulet matchup is going to be poor. I thought about playing Subtleties, I thought about playing Aether Gust. I feel like Damping Sphere is pretty good against them because they're like pretty in on the bounce land plan now with Urza Saga. But I still think we're going to have a hard time. Let me think of what we want to cut though. Solitude seems good. I guess we could cut the Batterskull for Fire Ice. And the Teferis are actually kind of good against the Urza Saga, so we want those, even though Teferi's like kind of medium against the other versions. It's possible we could just like cut Force of Negations if we have like just play 4 prelates or 3 prelates. Because we have Prismatic Ending for Amulet and then Prelate for packs. I feel like this makes sense. You could play like explosives for Amulet and Urza Sagas, but I think I'm just gonna submit this. Did I play any Tron after MH2? I don't play a lot of Tron, no. I'm not a huge fan of the archetype. I've played a mono blue Tron a couple times as a donation deck, and I did play mono green Tron when I made Twitch partner with my opponent's entire side of the field blocked out for fun, and it was really fun. The legendary blind Tron stream. Oh, but if do you mean played against? I've played against Tron like a couple times. For the most of 6. I like the new PC. Like specifically the graphics card is a big upgrade where like I was on an AMD graphics card before, and that one, I mean, it was fine, but I started to have problems when I was encoding with it during the stream. It kind of just stopped functioning, and so like I would just have a lot of crashes, and I had a lot of crashes with it otherwise. So I got the Vinda 3070. I'm pretty happy with it, I think. Yeah, here's the specs. I guess we're gonna get Feast and Famine here. Yes, I've spent so much money to get the stream into a functional state in the last 3 weeks. I just get dizzy thinking about the amount of money it's cost me to like try to get the stream functional, but we literally have new everything now. We have a new PC, we have a new internet wired to us from the test. I got a new mic, I got a new webcam, I gotta have a brand new modem router. Obviously new mic and webcam isn't like that relevant, but I have a new brand new modem router, brand new internet line, brand new PC, and so if this doesn't stop the issues, I will start putting in applications to my local supermarket. They discard Summoner's Pact. I guess I'm gonna Prismo this. Games, 3 months. My donation to the Supermarket Application Prevention Fund. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. They need to have untapped green source plus Titan to Titan us here. The new computer seems to be pretty good. I haven't had it for very long, but the internet connection has been stable for like the last like 30 hours or something, and EE on 2, and just haven't had any crashes with the internet connection in like 30 hours, and the PC seems to be running pretty smooth as well, so do I want to Stoneforge here? I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna hit them with the bird and hold up Queller, which is bad if they have Titan, of course. Oh, I shouldn't have tapped my Hierarch though. That was a mistake. Obviously. How did I find a 3071? Like, there's a store near me that is like very, very good. Yeah, I shouldn't have tapped this. Yeah. They also need to have untapped land plus Titan, exactly, of course. Yeah, Micro Center. It's also every time I this is my third PC I bought there. I helped my brother buy a PC from them recently. And every time I've bought one, like the manager comes out to like personally thank you for buying from them. It's very classy.
What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike.
3070 fixed internet problems. No, I also bought a brand new modem router and had them like give me a new line. So hopefully that solved the internet problems. So they must have a Titan if they're not going to play out their Valakut there. I guess I'm going to draw a card. I guess with the second ending, I'll just Prismo this. It's the same ISP, which is certainly why I'm worried, but it's a brand new line, so maybe it'll just maybe it'll be functional for like a day. One day of good streaming. Although we had a day of good streaming yesterday, thanks to my friend Matt. Did you see base speeds upload getting better? It's the same, it's just exactly what I'm paying for. Ooh, going to 5. Ooh, we have the combo. Can't lose. We're playing against Obosh, so this is probably a Blood Moon matchup. So let me maybe try to get Plains Forest here and then blue source with this. Do you think Dredge has a place in the modern meta? Yeah, absolutely. Dredge is like the kind of deck that will really succeed when people are skimping on Graveyard Hate. And, you know, usually won't be that successful in other environments, but that's not the worst thing. We drew the third Tron piece off the top. Ah! Oh no, we are dead. We're so dead. I don't know. Kiora Behemoth Beckoner. That card is really good. I'm not even joking. I really feel like we can't win. Not even joking. Sound quality is nice. Yeah, hey, yeah, that's something I wanted to ask about is the sound. How's the sound quality? I guess good is the answer, huh? Oh my gosh, this is nuts. Look, they're gonna get to draw a card. They're gonna get to draw another card. We're just dead. Golly. That was crazy. Okay, let me bring in Sword of Fire and Ice. Endurance is kind of good against Titania. Endurance also doesn't die to many of the removal spells. Yeah, literally every aspect of the stream has at this point been upgraded, so again, if we keep experiencing issues, I'll be putting in applications to my local supermarket and enjoying a nice quiet life in retirement from streaming. Prelates are probably something we want to cut. Let's play maybe the endurances instead. Yeah, I agree that we need Force. Yeah, they're probably a tooth and nail deck. Their deck looks awesome. That's true. I didn't upgrade myself. My one fatal flaw. Needed to get a new stream or two. I guess I could email that guy back who wanted to be a co-commentator. We'll see if they want to just take over the stream completely instead. What are your thoughts on General Roderick? It would be good to brought back deck. Maybe, yeah. I like General Roderick a lot. I think that you could maybe put it in the brought back shell. Kind of like a low, like you have Luris and you have, oh man, these mulligans. Yeah, double Stoneforge is probably good here. You have Luris, you have sorry, Showdown, but then you can like play Metamorphose. You may play Rip Apart. Rip Apart is probably great right now. Thoughts on brought back plus Solitude or Grief? So I've been kind of talking about this deck. Hold on. Kind of do want to talk about this deck. Oh no, where is it? Need to clean up my deck lists. I have a Grief Solitude brought back Ephemerate like list that I've been working on, and I guess I'm gonna go Stoneforge Mystic this turn. I think that's better than Prismoing the Sprawl, right? It's kind of close. But like this means like if they have Kiora, we could just like I guess Kaldra doesn't kill Kiora. I'm just gonna get the Kaldra though. What was I saying? Wait, the brought back. I feel like I've got an okay draft, but I'm just like not. I think I've got a fine draft, but I just don't think that it's that good. Okay, here it is. So this is like not finished, and I need to add lands, of course, build the mana base. But like the kind of the big idea here is that if you play all of these gold cards, you have like the density of pitches for Solitude and Grief, and then Priest of the Fell Rites I actually think is like just pretty good to get back your Solitudes or Griefs. And then Bone Shredder is another card that works well with Ephemerate and Brought Back. And then Priest also plays well with Luris. Yeah, I know Sculler is like just not that good, but it's like you have to play it in these decks, I think. It's a black-white ETB creature that's like somewhat playable. So like I've had this draft together for a while. I could obviously, you know, we need a few more cards for the deck, and you know, there's a few other cards we can play. But I'm really just not that excited by this list. I don't really, I guess, know why. Just not that excited by it, so I don't know if I'll ever get around to playing it. But if anybody wanted to play a deck like that, there's a draft for you, I guess. I think I'm gonna go Stoneforge Mystic for Batterskull. Oh no, I didn't get a white source. All right, then I guess now I'm gonna be bouncing the Hierarch, huh? Add Stoneblade to it. Sarkin, thank you for your 4-month reset. Appreciate you. I mean, you could. There's actually like probably not room for like the 7-card package though. You'd have to like be cutting some of the other cards. Another Bone Crusher, and they missed their land. Well, it's a pretty easy turn here. Although now that I have Hierarch, do I not get Batterskull? Do I get a sword? I guess so, because I can just play an equip sword next turn. So let me get Fire Ice, I guess, with them having double Bone Crusher there. And next turn, I guess we can't double equipment next turn. It's missing Asmo? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I agree. Like, I feel like this is like, you know, it's definitely like a different direction than like the other people who've been playing this deck, and I feel like this is fine, but it just doesn't seem that good to me. So I might end up like having another idea that does make it good enough, you know? You know, I never stop really ever working on decks. Oh, Fury is so good here. Exiling Spyro. I never really ever stop working on decks, but that's where I'm at with that idea, and I don't know if I'll ever get around to playing it. I agree that Sprawl has been underplayed for like the first like several years of Modern, for sure. People really underevaluated it. I need to find some gas. Happy wishes. Thank you for your 2-month resub. Love to see that second month. Hair looks great. Oh, thank you. I didn't do anything to it today. Woke up like this. Alright, let's get the skull. This definitely qualifies as drawing gas, by the way. We don't have any double blue cards. I think I can just get another basic here. They might set up Blood Moons. We'll see. Maybe not on the play. I tested one Bant Stoneblade yesterday. I don't like it that much. Well, the idea here, the big idea behind this Bant Stoneblade deck that I'm playing today, and it's this idea is not exclusive to Bant Stoneblade, although I feel like it is possibly the best shell. Where's my deck? The deck I'm playing should be at the top, right? Come on. Okay, well, the idea here is that we're playing Sanctum Prelate in the main deck. And we're playing main deck Sanctum Prelate, and it doesn't turn off any card in our deck because our removal spell is Prismatic Ending. And I feel like Sanctum Prelate is a pretty good metagame card at the moment. And just a powerful card in general. And in Bant, you can play Prelate on turn 2, which is really nice, and Bant is also like a little bit light on like the ability to play a lot of good counter spells, but you get access to like Prelate is kind of like this preemptive interactive piece that Bant is kind of looking for anyways. Another Fury, exiling Glorybringer. Play another Bone Crusher. They do. Life total is getting real low, but this might be Invincible Snake. The Ice-Fang is going to become the Ice Dragon. I played the Stow Enchantment. Yeah. I mean, I of course played the Stow Enchantment for a really long time. But like this is like, I think Prismatic Ending is better at the moment, and I also think that this is all be really good to draw a blue card here. I think Prismatic Ending is a better card at the moment, and I also feel like Sanctum Prelate is a card that this deck really wants to play. And I could be wrong, but we're playing it here today, you know. Yeah, Ice-Fang has no arms, but it holds the equipment in its mouth, as we've established. And then, I mean, a Batterskull that goes around like the spinal column. Definitely imagine Batterskull attaching itself to the Ice-Fang. Destroy target land, 16 months. Furly Miner, it's been 16 months since Blind Mono Green Tron. Wow. So it's Twitch partner for 16 months. It's pretty cool. But I use Prismatic Ending too. Well, I wish you best of luck in your future endeavors, you know. Your new mic sounds a lot better, even though it's not in front of your face. I got the Yeti. I left my old mic at Matthew's place yesterday, so he's gonna bring it when we play D&D on Saturday. But it also has my pop filter. But it sounds kind of fine without it. But I'll be like, I'll be needing to like get the boom arm back for it, I think, and then get the pop filter again. But I think it's gonna be fine for now. Test. What I don't like is there's this mute button I keep accidentally pushing. It's so far away. It's like closer than you might. I don't know. It's right there. I messed around with the settings a bunch. I'm muted. Oh, am I still muted? Test. Okay. It says it's getting input. Oh, you're messing with me, I see, because I said I keep pushing the mute button. I get it now. It's a clever play. Yeah, it'll definitely be better for the podcast too. Maybe I could get like maybe I could put it on the deck box. I could put it on my EDH deck. And then I need to like, I can't really see the screen like this. I have to like just mentally not like look past the mic. It's not great. Should put it here. This is just a recipe for it to fall though. Sounded fine on the desk. Yeah. I'm mostly just trying to fill time while my opponent spends 10 minutes on their turn. I think I'm supposed to let that go. I'm not sure. It's like we're about to equip the Batterskull, and it's like we lose to a you know, a shatter effect on my sword. I'm just gonna put it down. You repurchased Stoneforge Mystics yesterday. Awesome. I recently picked up the Kaldra for my Stoneforge package. Can't equip fast enough. The aquarium, yeah, the aquarium did survive thankfully yesterday. I may yet be invited back. I get to kill them next turn. We have Force of Negation up. We have our combo Seagate Restoration plus Force, which is like mostly what the restoration is here, is a density of blue spells. But maybe I could just play this tapped. Is our opponent playing Imahayashi's list? I'm not sure. Not sure. I guess I could play this tap so I could have like cast this on my turn if they have like an instant speed shatter effect. We got a new PC. I have a warranty on the old one, so I'm gonna take it up to the store I bought it from. I'm gonna have them work on it. I might be able to get a refund. Yeah, I think I made a big mistake not playing this tapped. So I guess now I can hold up a Fetch Shock and cast this, but they're just dead. This is 9 damage. Yeah, this is the same match where opponent went turn 2 Kiora, turn 3 Titania. They're playing on the slow side for sure. Oh, do I want to play Sanctifier against them? Pro Red is pretty good. Seems like they're like a mostly red deck. Also exiles like Spyros. Seems okay. I don't know what we would cut for it though. I guess Teferi's like not as necessary against like a version without Bloodbraid Elf because they're playing Obosh. Shane gifting 4 subs, thanks buddy. Fire some a bit of RAM. I unironically bought, or I need to stop saying unironically when I say things that are obviously not ironic, but I very recently upgraded the RAM on my old PC, so maybe I could actually return that. We'll see. But I know a lot of streamers use a dual PC setup, so I'm gonna look into that. I really don't think it's gonna be for me. I really don't think it's gonna be like very good for me, but I'll look into it some more. And then my sister is also like looking to buy a new PC, so I might just sell her my old one. We'll see. All right, you need to keep a 7-card hand in this matchup. Very nice. Yeah, I feel like the dual piece setup is like when you're streaming like super high demand games, right? That's when that kind of setup shines. I ironically gave you subs, yeah. Just one of those like vocal ticks. My opponent probably has Bonecrusher Giant if they're gonna shock here, right? Yeah, I guess let's play around it. It really can't be anything else because they have Obosh. Well, maybe we could play Stoneforge Mystic with Force of next turn. Gherkin gifting 5 subs. Appreciate you. If you got a gifted sub from Shane or Gherkin, make sure to thank them. Very rich. Okay. Let me get Temple Garden tapped. Zelda if your main PC crashes or has to reboot. Yeah, I like I said, I'm gonna look into it. I am gonna look into it. I do think that it's probably not gonna be for me though. Yeah, thanks Shane by resubscribing next month. Morning Mana Symbol, how you doing today? Didn't find a third land, unfortunately. They discard Shattering Spree. Do we get Kaldra because they discarded Shattering Spree? I think we do. So if they play Bonecrusher Giant, I think we force pitching Force because we can still pitch Teferi to Solitude. Targon 2 months, welcome back. They did have Bonecrusher. Glad we played around it. Buy another blue card, I'd keep the other Force. And they have Bolt. Unfortunate. That's really bad for us. Alright, I think I'm just gonna cycle Teferi, bounce an elemental token. And then we did find a land for Toski, which can maybe pull us back into this game. Opponent's been missing lands too, so maybe they can stumble a bit here. I think maybe Esper Symbol could fit in the deck. Yeah, maybe. I like Sentinel a lot. It's maybe a bit of an oversight for me to not have any in the 75. First league, like, you know, with like the idea here again. The idea is that Sanctum Prelate and Prismatic Ending work pretty well together because you can play Prelate like this fair mid-range deck and not turn off your 1-mana removal spell, which is like a pretty unique and powerful thing in my mind. They do have a land. They minus they should have Bonecrusher Giant, right? Why wouldn't they want to get Forest there? I'm not sure. Toski! Toski. So if they have a big dragon, it's kind of sad that we don't have a white card for Solitude, but we could just hardcast Solitude. Titania? Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it has to be Titania. Good read. Golly. So much value. They did this to us game 1 too. Now they get 2 5/5s, draw 2 more cards. Probably just lose. Morgan, 9 months. Happy birthday of our Twitch baby. Hell yeah. They would play. Yeah, I played the Titania Brew for a bit. Was unfortunately not that impressed by it. Wait, GG's. That deck looks sick. Harvard Yard, 20 months. 1 more month till my sub can booze. Alright. Don't know, but I kind of feel like you're supposed to be 21 years, not 21 months, but I won't tell if you don't, I guess. I'm not playing the Snow Dual land anymore because I'm playing 6 mana dorks now. I feel like that kind of makes the Snow Dual land a bit worse. So let's get Tapped Fountain, Prismo, Prismo and Bird now. So, you know, usually this matchup is kind of sketchy. Maybe they'll favored for Blue-Red Prowess, but we have 3s main deck Sanctum Prelate in the 4th on the board, which is going to be very good in this matchup, I hope. Obviously not just winning by itself. What? Don't. I mean, maybe my opponent's not playing like a super traditional list, but I historically would not recommend playing Basic Island and Blue-Red Prowess. Just don't really think it's good. Prismatic Ending continuing to be great. A month on Twitch is absolutely you're in the real world. Oh, don't know if I can argue with that. Do I try to block this dragon? I don't think so. I think it's like just if they have that burn spell, then they get to grow the Sprite Dragon. Although maybe they wouldn't have had it. We can also just, you know, play Toski, hit them. Although I actually no, we need to exile Soulscar Mage before we play Toski. We actually drew 4 Prismatic Endings this game. It's kind of unreal. You find something against an Asmo list yet? Not today, but we've been playing against Asmo, you know, usually like once a day. And I've been playing a ton of sideboard cards for the Asmo decks, and I've been beating them. But I am respecting the matchups really hard. I think those decks are quite good. Let's go! Not GG, but very good against them. Yeah, usually, I mean, obviously we drew really well that game, but this matchup I think was like in their favor pre-MH2. But again, the idea behind this deck is that you can play Prelate in Prismatic Ending without like this big deck building tension of turning off your 1 mana removal spell, because you could just spend 2 mana on your Prismatic Ending. And I feel like this is a big upgrade to the matchup. Oh, I want endurance, right? Maybe I just cut the forces. Yeah, especially because I cut the Quellers. Yeah, this seems like to be a good sideboard plan. They don't have any spell main deck that kills Prelate. They shouldn't. No, they shouldn't. Not the standard versions at least. It's usually just Bolt Dart. This hand can turn to Prelate. Although, if they play 1 mana creature, I'm probably supposed to Prismatic Ending, since it's like pretty unlikely I get to untap with Hierarch. I'm playing Seagate to have a density of blue cards to pitch to Force of Negation. 15 is kind of like the bare minimum, and so the choices were either like cut one of the non-blue spells for like a Jace the Mind Sculptor, which I think would be fine, but I decided that I would rather I decided that I would rather do this and play just one Seagate Restoration. Maybe I should be cutting it in this matchup. Those of you who are out to kill Stoneforge Mystics, make sure that you kill them after the trigger resolves. Sanctum is expensive. Maybe Skyclave as an alternative. Well, I don't know. No, honestly, I really feel like Prelate gives you like the interaction for like non-creature cards that this deck desperately needs because it can't play Counterspell, and they didn't hit a third land. I really feel like Prelate like is the reason to be banned. To be honest with you, I'd recommend a different color combo if you are not wanting to play the Prelates. So Ice-Fang is a lot better against Stormwing Entity when your opponent has when you have a Prelate on one. Yeah, Counterspell is really tough on this deck's mana. I mean, you can just put Counterspell in the deck and accept that you're not going to be able to cast it that consistently. You can also play Mana Leak instead, which makes me shudder on the inside, but you can do. I think what I'm going to do here is probably go Shump Block with the bird, and then play Ice-Fang next turn, equip Sophie. We can just block the entities forever. We have another Manamorphose. Prelate is certainly so not as great against Cascade decks. I mean, isn't Prelate amazing against Cascade decks? What are you talking about? I mean, it's like turn 3 can be slow, but you have 6 mana dorks. I think I'm fine just getting 4. Compared to Chalice? Sure, but this deck can't play Chalice, can it? Maybe it can. Maybe it could. Right, we can get attacking next turn. Also, them just not being able to trigger prowess is it's just a huge deal. Huge deal. Yeah, let me, I think, go attack, and then maybe I'll just go endurance, equip onto endurance. Could also just cast the skull. I think I like this line. Maybe equipping onto the Prelate is actually pretty important, so they can't top deck a Braid. Well, we are 3-1. Besides the Ponza matchup, we won all our games in 2 against Titan, Blue Red Prowess, and what was round 1? 10's not very good. I think I'm gonna mulligan. 5 cards. Right, pretty sad series of opening hands. Kind of wish I had that 7 back. But here we are. Oh, never mind. The hand's great now. It's fine. I am here. I, Toski. This Blue Red Prowess again. I think we have to force this. We draw a land. I think we've got a chance. And as we saw last round, this matchup's I think in our favor, and so even if we lose game 1, we maybe just are gonna be able to win games 2 and 3. Despite mulling on the play and forcing. But Teferi is pretty good here, and then Toski is good if they don't have Soulscar Mage. Ragavan is a very good card, but it seems okay for the modern power level, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't think it's bannable, if that's what you're asking me. Pretty good. How different does this deck and Jeskai Monkey play? I would think very differently. Like Jeskai Monkey is like playing like one threat and like leaning back on counter spells. This deck is trying to like get a lot of threats down. I think of a mono red with a small splash, Asmo plus Goblin Engineer value town deck. Well, barely. I don't. Just that description doesn't give me a very good impression of the entire deck as a whole, but I feel like it's a good start for a brew. I feel like it's a good start. Haven't had a chance to draft MH2 in paper yet? No, I've been so incredibly busy. Probably busier now than I've ever been in my entire life. We'll get to Batterskull, but we might just be dead. Oh, Soulscar Mage is pretty good to shrink the Germ token in combat. I'm just not gonna block. Well, I guess they would have the option to do the same in my combat on my turn, but then they're not triggering prowess. Excuse me. Not necessarily the card we needed to draw here. Alright, I guess I'm attacking. Yeah, we rolled to 5 on the play. Sorry. I just need some water. I feel like I like ate a seed from the smoothie or something. So let me go get some water real quick. Wait, what? Oh, I cut the endurances. They're hiding here. Yeah, I like this sideboard plan a lot. I'll get some water. Okay, thank you for your patience, everybody. On the play. Key. To play explosives on 1 on turn 1. I actually kind of think that sounds good. With DRC now, their deck is like super heavy on 1-drops, and we get to use our mana this way. And yeah, I think we just get Island and crack explosives at the end of their turn. The 103, 3 months reset. Appreciate ya. Yeah, do you have a new? Did get the new PC yesterday? Did get the new PC yesterday. They have Stormwing. It's kind of bad for us. They did make blue man. Will this 100% definitely fix all the problems? Of course. We're coming. That's one of the like, most frustrating things about troubleshooting all the problems, right? Is that you can replace stuff, you can do things to fix the issues, but at the end of the day, like to test it, you have to stream, and it's it's a bit daunting. But the internet connection has looked really good the last like 48 hours. The last 2 days, not a full like 48 hours, but I have a brand new PC. I bought a brand new modem router. There's a brand new line wired to the apartment. So if this doesn't work, we're gonna be filling out supermarket applications and living a quiet life and retirement from street. stumbled upon your Eternal Command list recently. Do I think the deck is still viable post Euroban? What would you place Titan with? Well, I will say that Solitude is like really nice in that deck. I feel like Solitude is one of the biggest upgrades. Maybe I guess you wanted to explosives too before the prelate actually. Let me play Ice-Fang. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry. I can if I prismatic ending this turn, I need to do it X equals 2, of course. I guess I'll just Stoneforge Mystic. And wish my opponent luck. What could they have played there to make you not block? Prelate is on 1. Right. I guess I'm just like not used to at all making like that block ever. A good point. Man, Bobble is really good. Steam Vents in their yard. And they have 3 mana. Is this light up the stage? It's a bit better than light up the stage. How has Queller been? In my opinion, this seems like a tap out deck. Are there arc positions leaving mana up? I mean, you have a decent amount of instant speed cards with like Ice-Fang. But Queller, like, I think it's really important to have like density of interaction and blue cards and like creatures for Toski. But I am no, I don't have great love for Spell Queller. Alright, they've got us. Alright, so 3-2 the first league. Deck looked pretty good though. Deck looked pretty good. I think I'm gonna run it back. This is not the list. I don't know where the list went actually. I was trying to like dig for it, couldn't find it. Like in the, I mean it's here somewhere, but I just was trying to dig for it. Didn't see it earlier. You can view it here, I guess.